Well, you consider this. You have managed that with this wild hair that happened 55 years ago, kind of a wild hair, and you've kept your business going for 55 years. It's made all kinds of iterations, but it is a fun place. It's called the Hayloft Shops area, and this is Becky Schotthofer, one of the founders. Yeah,
Yes.
You and your mom did it.
Right.
So, okay, and it's on 29. And you pass it, and a lot of times people go, so what's that? There's a barn and there's a little shop area. So first of all, tell me, how did it very first come about?
Well, my mom started it with a friend of hers that was an art major, and they started with, she was in an automobile accident.
Your mom was?
Yes, and they had her do therapy, and the therapy was ceramic. So they did hand-painted ceramics, did custom work for people, and that's how it all started. And then her partner went through a divorce and moved to Florida. So I was in college still, and then when I came out, I joined her.
Okay, all right. So you weren't exactly a co-founder, but you've been in it really in some way for all 55 years.
Yeah,
okay.
I used to have that summer job there.
Okay, well that's good. That counts. And you, let's hear about. So Becky Schotthofer is you're an artist. You went to school to study art,
yes,
right?
Yes. And I had an art major in St. Louis at Lindenwood, St. Charles, Missouri. Yeah. And I've been able to use it so much throughout my whole career. Between that and the people that owning the companies, they just nurtured you along the way.
Okay, yeah. So, but now the Hayloft started out specifically only as like a gift shop area.
It was just a gift shop.
So this is, you had a barn on the property where you lived.
Right, but that's not it.
This isn't it. But this is
we had a zoning battle.
Okay.
That it was on our family farm, and we had neighbors move in that decided they didn't like. My brother had an equitation, was teaching for Bradley, and we had horses, and this was in the upstairs of the horse barn, was where the little shop was.
All right.
And so anyway, through all of that, we had to find another location, and we were temporarily downtown Peoria in what was called the House. And we had the shop there, and then we decided to move everything, and we had a contest, and we had people guess where we were moving and what barn. And because of all the zoning thing, we had lots of people donating barns. And my father was in the construction business, so that helped a lot. So we had Bologna Movers, and they moved the hayloft of the barn, and it was part of the Johnson farm, which is now Nassau Estates.
Oh,
and
interesting.
The day that they moved it down, it was Easter weekend, and we had all these storm warnings and tornado warnings. And I can still hear my dad saying at the dinner table, I hope a tornado just doesn't pick up that barn, because it was on stilts. They had to build the sides up. And move it into the center of 29.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, lo and behold, we did put on it, and we started out with the gift shop.
So the hayloft is on the top, and then you built the bottom.
Everything on the bottom is new. Yes.
Well,
yes.
newer.
Right.
How many?
Well,
how many
55 years, right.
Yeah.
But the upstairs is over 100 years, and it was the original Roselle Dairy Barn that was located on Sheridan, and it's a subdivision now. But anyway, it had been moved to the Johnson farm before that.
Okay.
So it's a very historic barn.
Exactly.
And we had a lot of the different Roselles. One, he flew in from New York. He wanted to see it. He heard about it. So it was quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, an adventure in itself.
Yes.
So you started out as a gift shop, but then you had a tea room there also.
Yes, and that was Dorothy Cannell, who is the writer.
Right,
she and her friend did a set-up tea. And you would make reservations, and she would come in, set the tables up, and then they would do the tea and then take it down. And that happened until she had some difficulties in her family, and she was going to go more into her writing.
Okay.
So then we decided to take it over and do the tea room. And then we needed more room.
Right. So then you built on another little L shape.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Across the way. And we had the tea room. It was a country French tea room. And we had it for, I'd say, another 20 years, 15 to 20 years. I don't have all the dates. It kind of goes, it all
just
blends.
happened. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then we needed more space for retail. We wanted to expand the dress shop. So that is when we decided to close the tea room and open the dress shop. And so now we have the antique shop, the dress shop, the gift shop, and then in the gift shop we have the gourmet shop.
Right.
So it keeps me busy.
You kind of do it all, yeah.
Yeah.
When do you have time to shop yourself? Shop for supplies.
Okay, well, I've done a lot of overseas trips. And in fact, I did the Christmas markets year before last and brought back, and what was interesting, the things that I brought back were handmade, and they were less expensive than what I would have brought in from the China companies, as I say.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then we do a lot with the Dallas marketplace. I've done California, New York. You know, there's the different one, and they're all noted for different things.
Right. Well, you usually don't buy any antiques and those things. You pick up antiques around here, right, at estate sales and things?
Well, we did an overseas trip once a year, and then when I was in Austria, the last 2 times I brought stuff back. They were more small things,
right,
but not furniture. Yeah. We did furniture from England. That was a fun trip. That was when my dad was involved in everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and he knew how to, in construction, he knew how to get stuff back. Good.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the tea room made you put together this nice little cookbook with a lot of your mom's recipes in it and everything.
Right, because she developed them all.
I have a few favorites in here myself.
Do you?
Yeah, I love the, I don't remember what it's called, the cauliflower broccoli salad with or without mushrooms. Yeah,
that was our house salad.
Yeah, it's the best, and I make it quite a bit. But some people don't like mushrooms, so it's like, well, I can do it without the mushrooms, I'm fine.
Right.
And then, okay, so you did that, so that's for your gourmet shop. Now you have it there.
Right, right.
And you also have, like, pewter.
The Armitol.
Armitol, yeah.
Yes, that's been our mainstay for like 50 years.
Really?
We carried it, yes.
And how did that come about?
Well, when I joined my mom, she took me up to the gift show, and I was so impressed. It was a brand new metal out on the market. And you could put it in the oven, on the burner, you never polished it. It was like the answer to our lifestyles today.
Right.
And so anyway, we invested in quite a lot. They had 1,200 different pieces, and we were one of the largest as far as showing the whole thing. And then Mr. Wilton used to come to the shop for our art fair.
Right. Now this is Wilton Armitol.
Wilton
specifically,
Armitol,
yes.
yeah. And the company was a 100-year-old black iron company before they discovered this. But the father, Mr. Wilton, he had restaurants, and he wanted something developed that looked like pewter that he could use in his restaurants that they could cook with and they didn't have to polish. So that's what brought it all about.
Wow, okay.
And my mom was the very first customer with their first wholesale show. So that kind of
that was a nice arrangement.
Yeah.
And what attracted your mom to it? Did she ever really say just because it was so versatile?
It was more me than my mom that was so. And then the more she used, because she was always into antique silver and things like that. But I said,
then you have to polish it.
Exactly, exactly. So then the vice president's son knew that I had the art background, so he wanted me to design plates and ornaments.
And we have one of those. Let me here, hand it to me. I'll hold it up for this.
That's retired.
This was retired. This was 1989. When did you start doing the plates?
1977.
Okay.
And then we retired him in 2011. And I would do, and it's totally different when you design in metal because you have to think the cutouts. You don't just draw on shade. You have to think where the cutouts are, because when they do sand casting, which each piece of Armitol is, they make a sand mold. They have a die cast, and it's molded, and then the mold is destroyed and a new one made up for each piece.
Oh, wow.
So and then they go into a whole polishing technique on it and everything. So it was, and we have them. I mean, they went all over the country, and
really kind of all over the world.
It was kind of a neat thing because I could put my art into it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And you still do. Well, you had some key rings too.
Ornaments.
Ornaments, yeah.
And people did use them. And we did. It was called Christmas Across America, and they were all different places. And then we did the Peoria ornament, and we gave to whatever place was needing funding, we would give part of the sales to that. So that was like, I think we did that for like 12 years. Okay. And then what came along, the company, which was a sad day, Mr. Wilton, the oldest son, he had been not in the best health conditions at the time, and his brothers didn't want to go in and take over, so they sold it to a housewares company who bought False-Graft, who bought Wall of Silver. What they wanted was the name. So it took the manufacturing out of the United States.
Okay.
And it was either made in Mexico or made in China, and I would not carry the China.
Right.
Because it wasn't the same
quality,
right. No. But the Mexico is excellent. And now the company has developed, just towards the end, Wilton started in it grillware. And you put it all on the grill. It's fabulous.
It is fun, yeah. Throw the stuff in and...
Yep, and it's easy to clean up and everything else.
You gotta love that.
That's kind of why the plates had to stop and the ornaments, because I wasn't gonna have it made in Mexico or China.
Right.
So
Anyway,
so that was another phase of the Hayloft.
Okay. Well, how did we know about the tea room, then we know about the dress shop and everything. How did the antique business start then?
That was my father's.
Okay.
And because he was a home builder and he had his own cabinet shop, he loved antiques and redoing them. So that's how we got it. And I've kept it. It's... I would say it's a minor end of the shops.
Okay.
But we do a lot of vintage things right now.
Right. Well, there was a tack shop also.
That was my brother.
And your sister-in-law.
And his sister-in-law. Yeah. And because of his they sold all kinds of tack and everything. And the tack shop and the dress shop started together in the same building.
Okay.
And then we moved... he moved the tack shop onto his premises, and we took over the whole thing as a dress shop. But it still was. And then we had another building we bought on the back side of the barn that we moved the dress shop in.
Okay.
But then when we left the tea room, we moved the dress shop
there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's doing very, very well. We specialize in special occasion, mothers of the wedding.
And to be honest, now I've done some modeling for Becky.
Yes, she has.
And so I've done the mother of the whatever, because I didn't have any girls, but I was the mother of the groom a couple of times. I got this little dress because I couldn't dare wear anything that I hadn't gotten from Becky. But you do have a lot of fun, really different things.
Yeah. We try to, and I'm very particular when I go to market at the quality and the way it's done. And most of our things today, I'm looking at that they're washable, because I get that asked a lot.
Yeah, I bet.
And
so, what have you seen evolve other than probably that people want wash and wear?
Exactly. Right.
Okay.
Right. The organic fabrics they kind of took off, but they didn't. I don't sell linen very much. I love it, but people don't like the wrinkling of it.
No, because you iron it and then you go out and you look like you slept in it. Right, exactly.
And then we designed a jewelry line for maybe about 5 years, my mom and I, and anyway, I go into Dallas, and some of the jewelry companies, they make their own, and you can require things, and then we carry a handbag line called Vendula from London.
Okay.
That is absolutely most fun.
A lot of fun.
But everything's now, you're dealing with tariffs, and right now, everything in the store, there's no tariffs.
Well, that's good. So what's been the most fun for you in doing all this? I mean, because you have gone from this to that to another thing and back around again, and you're doing it all.
I think probably I love the customers You make so many wonderful friends. You really do, and special people. I miss my mom terribly. I'll be in the middle of a thing and I go, what am I supposed to do? Because we were partners. We really became, and one of the best things.
She's been gone for how long now?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of Becky and her mom getting the Gold Crystal Award. Now, tell me about that.
Okay, that was our Gift Association Award, and it was the top award in the country for department stores, gift shops, whatever, and it was for display and promotion. So we're very proud of that. And
but you miss her. Does she get back to you in any way? Does she? Do you hear from her?
And she'll say, now, I think about that a little bit, because I'd be the one, let's go full force. And I was the one that wanted the dress shop.
Okay.
And my mom loved the gift shop. But guess what? She was working in the dress shop a lot more when we got into the special occasion. And people still come in and they'll say, your mom sold me my dress for this. Now I need a grandmother's dress.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So you enjoy it. And then we had this pandemic a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
How did you keep things going during that? I mean, a small retail
it was
shop.
tough. Any retail was tough. But I didn't lay anybody off. And the girls said, you know what? Why don't we do painting? We can all get together and we can paint outside the buildings.
Oh, all right.
Because we're coming in, it was our 50th anniversary. We had everything laid out. And in the middle of our Geiger of Austria trunk show, we had to close down. And then when we reopened, if you came in and tried on clothes, I would either have to have them steamed before they went anywhere else, or we would have to hang them back for 24 hours. Now, a lot of stores didn't do that, but that was what was recommended.
Right.
So that was a tough thing after you could reopen. But, and then we would meet people, like I can remember the day I had to meet you for the baby gifts.
Right, exactly.
And, but, you know, we managed through it. And I think it definitely took a toll on all small business to try to get back on their feet again. And then that's what happened with online business. People couldn't go out, they couldn't do this, and I'm going to say it, but Amazon is hurting so many small businesses, and it doesn't matter what kind of a business you are. It doesn't have to be my type.
Right.
And it was because people got used to it. It was convenient. And that's another trend with society that is going, that I see.
Well, it's interesting because my one grandson, they were just in a wedding, and they had to go to try on their little tuxedos and stuff, and his mom said he was just proud as a peacock. It's the first, she realized he's 6 years old, first time he ever went any place and tried on clothes. Because, I mean, because you just don't do that anymore, or moms go out and buy it and then you throw it.
Right.
So, but that it is interesting because that is the trend. But I'm one of those. I like to try it on and see how it looks, and then you don't have to go through the hassle of
And they come in and they'll say, I just had this Friday. Lady said I ordered these dresses online, and she said, they weren't what I ordered. I said, no. And I said, they're probably being shipped from the Orient.
Right.
And she said, they're not the size, they're not the shape, they're not the length. And I said, no.
Yeah.
I said, it's not going to be. And then they've got the frustration of trying to return them.
Right. So what do you think? You think the tariffs are going to cause big problems, or you're going to be able to deal with it?
I think right now, only because I know the business so well and I've been in it long enough, I wouldn't want to be new in the business.
Okay.
But no, I think I'm going to work through it. And I do feel that there has to be some checks put on China, you know, with the tariffs, and that hurts me. I mean, I can see that, but at the same time, there's other places to go, sources, and I'm thinking. I have thought about, because I have relatives in Vienna, do I go over there, do the market early November to bring the Christmas back?
Right.
Not sure yet.
So, 55 years, what's the big celebration?
Getting through the year.
Okay, there's one. Okay, got that.
You know, after you had all the things for 50 years and then you had and 55, but we've got our big art fair. That's the biggest thing we do.
And that's usually Labor Day weekend.
Weekend after.
Oh, weekend after Labor
Weekend
Day,
after
okay.
Labor Day. And we've got that all in place. And then we'll do our Christmas show, which is in October. And people say, why do you do it in October? Well, when we had the ceramics, it was called a Christmas show, because they would come out and they would order it done, the colors or the design or whatever they wanted.
So they could give for Christmas
And then they
gift.
would get it for Christmas.
All right.
So, and today, you need to be out there early to be able to get the merchandise. So it's just stayed as always the third weekend in October.
Okay. So you don't think you have any more surprises in this business that you got going?
Oh, I don't know.
That you've devoted your life to.
I don't know. I have no idea, Chris. You never know what's around the corner.
Right, exactly.
Right,
So
right.
what do you look forward to most then, like your bucket list, what's happening with the shops, and how long are you going to stick with it? I mean,
I don't know. As I said, I enjoy the customers, and I love to do the buying and the designing of displays and stuff. So that's an outlet. But then again, down the road, there may be something else.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But-
And you get to use your artistic background in order to do your displays and stuff, and you have a good time with that. Is it ever a challenge, or you just always know what you want to do?
Not really. I'll just start on it, and then the ideas will come.
Okay. Did you have Barbie dolls when you were growing up, so that you
yeah.
knew how to mix and match?
Oh, yeah.
Because some people they go in and they buy an outfit.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you really should figure
Yeah.
out if this goes with this. Yeah.
Right. And we do that a lot with and that's been another challenge, our Geiger of Austria. We've carried that probably 35 years. And they moved out of the United States. They had a place they imported to and then shipped from there. So everything the last 6 years has been shipped directly.
From Austria.
Yeah, yeah. And that is just a challenge in itself, because we had somebody out on the East Coast to work with, and this time we have to do everything. And Mr. Geiger, I talk to him probably at least once a week, and his product is still the quality. It's still made in Austria.
Good.
So, and he's gotten a lot more casual with his designing. His daughter's gotten involved, and his son, and they're doing, and he's getting up there in age.
Right. Well, I mean, you got to play to your audience, right?
That's right.
That's right. Good,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Well, you and your mom just made it work for so very long, and
Yeah.
you've picked up the baton and carried it well.
Yes.
And
Yes.
So, no nieces and nephews that want to take over?
Not at this point. I wish I did. They don't live here. Most of them, one's in upper state New York, one's in Wisconsin, one's in Missouri, and then the other two are nurses. So, they've got their
careers already?
Yeah.
Well, that would be a sad day.
What?
If they didn't take over, if it didn't carry
Yeah.
on, if it didn't
Yeah.
continue. I mean, it's a
Right.
staple item when you're going
It
up and
is.
down 29.
Yeah. And it's been a staple item for a lot. We have customers that go all the way back. I mean, and then their daughters come in, and then the daughters' daughters. Now we're getting that way.
Okay. Well, and that's what you want, and you
Yeah.
want to establish a relationship and guarantee
Right.
quality.
Right. And I have to say, my other big asset is I have absolutely outstanding employees. And they were former customers
Okay.
years ago, but they're just wonderful. And
Yeah.
that's a real positive.
So you have 3 or 4?
I have 3, well, I really have 5 different ones
Okay.
that come in for events, but regularly 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they are nice, yeah.
And they're all part-time because they don't want to work full-time.
Right. But you work, what are your hours?
Every
You're
day.
full-time. Yeah, exactly.
Mostly.
Exactly.
Except we're going to close now, like the last 2 weeks of July. So I'm going on this big family vacation.
Okay.
I mean, we usually do close in July. We
Yeah.
always did.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yeah.
So your hours are, and where can people find you online?
I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
And the hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 10:30 to 3:30.
Okay.
Or by appointment.
Okay.
Because I had some ladies are coming tomorrow, and they're from El Paso, and they made an appointment. So
So you make sure that you're open for them.
yeah.
Good.
Oh, yeah. And if they wanted to come earlier or later, you know.
All right.
That's
so
not a
it's
problem.
the Hayloft Shops online, on Facebook. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, ma'am, for being here. And
Oh, this has
I
been
forgot
fun.
to pull out the salt. This is, I mean, I'm just really, this is really good salt. It's your garlic and herb sea salt, and it goes with everything. And it's great in macaroni salad. It's great in potato salad. It's great
And
in
that
vegetables.
outsells everything in every store and has for 27 years.
Well, I have given it as gifts to my crew here, so
Yeah.
so they can attest. But anyway, thanks for being here, my friend,
And thank you.
and happy 55th birthday.
Yes, and we'll be starting bigger celebration come the art fair.
All
Yeah.
right, sounds great.
Okay.
And thank you for joining us. Hope you enjoyed Becky's story, and in the meantime, stay safe and be well. Yeah, I didn't know you did a 55th anniversary, so
Yeah, that just came out.
nice.